Members of the Kenyan Riders cycling team have resumed training after months of disruption caused by the coronavirus pandemic. The professional cycling team, based in the high-altitude area of Iten, renowned for producing world-class Kenyan athletes, are still dreaming of competing in the Tour de France in the future. They've been speaking to our very own CGTN's Saddique Shaban. Let's take a listen.
It's 8 in the morning and there's no time to waste for members of Kenyan Riders, the country's elite cycling team. A quick run-through on the bikes before the day's program provides assurance of the tough day ahead. These moments have been few and far in between recently as the entire team regroups after a long time.
I have a group of guys here. Some of them are racing for a German team called Iten, and the others are development riders who are trying to bring up to the level that they can race abroad, mainly in Europe. Ultimately, our goal is to have a team in the Tour de France and to be successful there. And at the moment, we're working towards that. So these are our best riders. We also have a recruitment program in schools, which we've had to pause at the moment because of Corona. But once we're allowed, we'll start that up again.
Leaving their quarters for training wasn't possible until a few weeks ago when restrictions were lifted, allowing the riders to resume their endurance training in Iten. Members of the German team, Iten, train alongside the Kenyan Riders. They'd set their targets high for 2020, including seeking invitations to compete in Africa and around the world. The entire team's plan for the year was abandoned when coronavirus pandemic struck Kenya in March 2020.
There hasn't been a race in Kenya since February or March. And that's also a problem because that's how the guys test themselves before going abroad. And then even the guys going abroad should have gone already. Normally we'd have people leaving in May or June to race overseas, and we haven't been able to do that.
For a country renowned for athletics prowess, these riders find themselves with a big opportunity to break through in the sport as they train in the high-altitude area. The prospect of breaking new barriers in this sport is the reason riders like Geoffrey Langat opted for cycling and not athletics.
My main aim is to get a world tour team, like what I can say for that, and to ride for the big teams, and to be there with the pros also as well, to race the big races in the world tour teams, the world tour races, and this will be my great achievement.
As professional cycling resumed across the world in August, these riders were grounded at home by travel restrictions. But they are now looking to rebound from the lockdown with opportunities around the world, including China being one of their favorite destinations.
In Chingai Lake, we have gone there several times. Now with Team Iten, it's a race that is very high, actually it's at altitude. It's even higher than here in Iten, which make it very challenging. But yeah, when you go there, you're proud. It's something of an achievement because not so many people get to go and ride there, and yeah, you feel that sense of pride. You know, like you are making a step, and all of that is the goals towards on the way to Tour de France or to big achievement. Those are stepping stones.
The big challenge remains making the cut to international competitions and securing invitations to major events. There are few events in Africa for the continent's professional cyclists who must work harder than most of their contemporaries around the world to secure a place among the world's finest. It has been a long and tough ride to the top of their game in Kenya and in Africa, but the cyclists are dreaming big. Some of them hope to one day make it to the Tour de France. Saddique Shaban, CGTN, in Iten, Kenya.